Welcome back in Pokemon Unite trainers. We have the grand finals on deck. It's the September Showdown sponsored by Team GOGO and EKSA here on Pandicorn Gaming. Grand finals coming up. Husky, we've seen a lot today. What are you excited for this grand finals?
I'm excited for you hitting more of those notes because you kind of sang that, and that was like kind of good. Like you went like Pandicorn Gaming, and like it kind of sounded good. So like I hope we hear some more of that. How about instead we sing the grand finals casting? God is going. Oh my god, I'm totally
You're such a theater kid. It's loud.
Huh? Everybody? What do you think? Yeah. Anyway, we are getting into our grand finals, and I'm excited to see the salty run back from two Peruvians and Public Enemies. Now, Public Enemies is coming off of a really, really good win, so it's going to be interesting to see what they bring back up against two Peruvians and a Dream, who is up 1-0 to account for the fact that they are coming from the winner's bracket. But this is a best-of-5 series, so first team to get to 3 wins will take it home. And it's up to Public Enemies to bring it back.
Yeah. How broken is math? How broken is math? I mean, I love math. 3 out of 5 is how to win. We're coming up to the end of the day. It's been a long day. A lot of good matches. I mean, we've had some great 3-game sets. If this goes to 5, or I guess technically 4.
I'm down.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, these two teams faced off, and it was really even in that winners finals. Obviously, only team to take a map from two Peruvians today. Immediately, though, Armarouge, Blaziken, Charizard, and Zacian, they won't be seen in this game 1.
Not surprised to see these bans. They don't want to see the Armarouge and the 3 all-rounders, so again, we're baiting out the Ceruledge first pick, but I don't really think it's as much of a bait for someone like Yo, who has been going crazy on it all day.
Yeah, that's it. They're just taking the play that has worked for them all day, right? Why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why change anything? Public Enemies, they're gonna line up that Mamo along with that Urshifu, though.
Yeah, the Urshifu was looking pretty good for them, but that also means that it'll give the opportunity for two Peruvians to go over with the Umbreon. Looks like that is what they're going to lock in. They're going to take the Pikachu as well, so we've pivoted away from the Miraidon on Burzy, so instead they're going to lock in the stupid yellow rat. But look at this, Public Enemies is hovering the Mewtwo. Why? I don't know if they're going to go for it. They do lock in the Hoopa, and the Gyarados is also being hovered.
Yeah, again, Pokemon Company, we still love Pikachu. I just want to make that very clear. Please hire us.
Please? I won't say anything bad about Pikachu again if you hire me.
Yeah, if you hire us, we will be the #1 Pikachu fans that have ever existed. I'll get a Pikachu tattoo if you hire us.
Yeah. No, I will. I will. I'm not afraid to do it. We see two Peruvians, though, going with the composition that they've kind of been running with this entire time. They like that Scyther, the Ceruledge. They're going with the Umbreon as more of a supporter. And this time, we do see Mystic locking in that Inteleon that looked really good. And the one game that Public Enemies took off of two Peruvians in a Dream, the Inteleon is what was the shining star in that match. So I'm glad to see that they're bringing it back. They want to go for that ranged, the outranging of the enemy composition. So I think that's a really solid pick for them.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really good. They played it. They piloted it very well. And that's what you want out of your Inteleon. It's a skill shot. It's tough to hit some of those targets. And some might argue that. I think it's still relatively hard, especially if you have a lot of moving targets like that Scyther and that Ceruledge. But we're going to see how they pilot it here in game #1. I'm super excited to see this comp again from two Peruvians. They've brought it out several times. This Pikachu is oppressive from Burzy, and I just think it works so well into a lot of the things that Public Enemies is trying to do.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another interesting one to see. Two Peruvians. I feel like they kind of are a team that has solved this tournament. Like, they know what they're running. They know how they're going up against the enemy teams, and for some reason, nobody can take away their picks. There's just picks that they would rather have, so they give to Peruvian the picks that they're really strong with and have been strong with the entire tournament. As we get into our game number 1, 2 Peruvians is up 1 game, and here is our best of 5. Here we go.
Yeah, Scyther and Umbreon heading towards this top path, looking to grab some stacks early. Got an invade. Ducky, there's 3 things that are guaranteed of life: death, taxes, and Ducky invading the enemy right at the get-go. Doing this thing with the Phantom just a little bit short. Doesn't get that blue buff, though.
Yeah, but they waste enough time to allow for their stacking to happen in the top path and for the Pikachu to get fairly online. Now they're chasing down Ducky in the bottom path. It looks like they might be going down here. They do to the Swinub, but the Pikachu has been able to get some farm early. They're looking for some secures, but the Inteleon with the water gun is a really difficult one to out-secure. So Inteleon looking really solid already at level 4, looking for their level 5 very shortly, as we're now waiting for the Altaria families to spawn in the top and bottom path.
Yeah, we have Umbreon online and Scyther looking to just slice through these birds, and they're able to do that. Look, Wicked Blow does come out from that Urshifu, grabs, I believe, a couple of them. Pikachu Phantom holding the lane down bottom. Scores start to rain on in up top from Peruvians, 26-0, so they get some of their stacks in up top.
We can see that the effort gauge for the Magikarp is pretty high, but they will go down immediately to the Scyther, and that's kind of the risk you run when playing a Magikarp. And here comes the Urshifu looking for the Scyther. They do get stunned by the Astonish from Hoopa, but the basic attacks are enough to take them down. So they're just going to be returning some scores back and forth between these two teams in the top.
How broken is the A button? Meme goes on top of the Umbreon, or on top of the Urshifu, just gonna have to back on away, but Hoopa does his job and gets Urshifu out of dodge, sacrificing their life for the team. And in this central area, Urshifu and Drizzile able to get a bunch of that farm of that Altaria family. The 2 Peruvians looking to get a bunch of value in this top path. They're scoring, they're breaking it, they're getting it down to 4, and that goal zone is gone.
Now that the Gyarados is online, it's kind of up to 2 Peruvians to pressure that big dragonfish as much as possible to make sure that it doesn't start running away with the game. Because the second you leave that thing alone to do whatever it wants to do, it gets huge and it just kind of runs over you. So since it is already online, they have to do exactly what they just did and push as hard as they can, break those goals to let the Hoopa, to not allow the Hoopa as much control over the macro, and just go for it.
Oh yeah, big Wicked Blow into this Trevenant. Snipe shots are raining down, trying to chunk down this tanky comp, the front line from 2 Peruvians, but 5 members are down here for Public Enemies. They're looking to peel towards this Registeel. They're ripping it. They're not wasting any time, and Inteleon does what it does best and gets that secure.
That was such a smart play from Public Enemies. All 5 members heading down into the bottom path, even though they know the top path is lost. So 2 Peruvians wants to go for the Aleki. They'll pivot back up there after that, but ripping that down, knowing they have the secure of Wicked Blow, knowing they have the snipe shot, they just went for it. And I feel like if they kind of play that way throughout the entire game, just make sure they're understanding the macro and knowing where the team is, this could be a really good game for Public Enemies.
Yeah. We're going to see what's going to happen in this mid-game. Bunch of points going in for 2 Peruvians down to this bot path. They leave that at 8 as Regieleki starts marching towards that tier 2 up top. However, Urshifu looking to break this. Not a huge overcap though, Husky. Only 5 points.
Yeah, but it's not too bad. They know that the score lead is in favor of 2 Peruvians, so they just kind of want to bring some of it back right now. I don't mind it. It's not the best overcap they could get, but I don't mind the play just to kind of keep the pressure on a little bit harder. 161-85, but 2 Peruvians are still looking really good on the levels front. They have 2 level 10s, and there's no level 10s yet on Public Enemies.
Caster Curse, 2 ticked in right there with the clearing of.
Never mind. I'll never speak again, actually. I'm quitting.
No. I need you for the rest of this cast. Please do not quit. So they're going to try to get 23 points in. They're going to accomplish that task up here in that tier 2 pad. But here comes the Revenant Ren. They're looking to chop down this Inteleon. Inteleon's going to have to go ahead and use their eject button. But I don't think Yo is done here. Dragon Current comes out from this Gyarados. Now they're looking to hunt down that Pikachu. They come up back to the top of the Thea Sky Ruins. They're now going back. It was a bait. Pikachu with the Thunderstorm takes out the Gyarados. That 4 times effectiveness against that flying water.
Pikachu wasn't scared for a second. They pick up a double KO because they grab the Urshifu as well. A Snipe Shot does hit the Umbreon. They get very low, but they have a wish to make sure they're healing back up. That Pikachu, absolute hero right there. They were like, oh no, please don't hurt me. No, I got you instead. I got you. I turned right around. I popped my Unite move, and now 2 Peruvians in a dream looking really, really solid. They grab that basement Reggie, and they might actually go for a push onto this bottom path here, Kyle.
Oh, I love this play. You'll try to grab some vision on where the rest of Public Enemies is. They do see this Mammo, so it might be a little bit difficult, but if Ducky is able to land some Horn Leeches, they might be fine. Mammoth Mash comes out from Mamoswine. Some of these points are coming in, but here comes an Ice Fang. It picks them up, but somehow, Husky, you called it, Scyther stole the Regieleki up top.
Scyther by themselves was able to pick it up, so even though 2 Peruvians didn't get the push they wanted, they distracted Public Enemies enough for Scyther to be able to make that steal. We didn't get to see exactly how they did that against an Urshifu Wicked Blow, but somehow they were able to. And now Public Enemies not looking so hot here, as they will be able to shred down this Regieleki, no problem, but in terms of levels, 2 Peruvians is running away with this game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't see the secure, but you could probably say that Urshifu Wicked blew that chance to get that up there. But
Stop.
as we near,
So
I know, I'm gonna stop. At that point, I'm just done talking because it's nearing that 3-minute mark. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna bring in Ribbon, so I stop yapping. Ribbon, talk to us about what you're seeing in this match.
Ribbon, yap for us.
Nerf Kyle's baton, but outside of that, I feel like this Pikachu is getting an insane amount of value. Yet again, I really feel like they've been finding key micro outplays, and they've been keeping everything kind of going in their favor. I feel like they've been controlling the shots all game, and the other team really needs to kind of get things going on their terms.
Yeah, 205, 102, 3 minutes left, and Sarah just picking up another double KO here, Husky.
Yeah, I mean, Ribbon's pointing out some really interesting plays from 2 Peruvians. They're kind of going off the back of this Volt Tackle Pikachu. They're letting the Pikachu look like it's squishy and then just bait the enemies in there with a huge Volt Tackle, setting everybody up to be taken down by the Cerule Edge, by the Scyther. And this is the best I think I've seen any Sus's Scyther today, and that's exactly what you want in the Grand Finals.
Oh yeah, look at that mean look onto their Urshifu. Urshifu's just gonna take that portal back to base, get some health before this Ray. And 2 Peruvians is looking really good right now. Obviously that basement path is still up, but they still have a more than 100-point lead right now. The Regieleki's still hanging up in that top path though.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go for it. They're just both teams gonna back off of that and let it go. Well, Urshifu is going to be just kind of looking for their level 13. No level 13s quite yet on Public Enemies, as Urshifu does tick into it, the only member on their side. And there's a level 14 Scyther. This fight is going to be up to Public Enemies to make the engage and win the fight. We see a Snipe Shot come out. It's going to chunk Ducky, but that's about as much as it can do without a full engage.
Yeah, Wish goes right on to the Trevenant, get them back up to health. Bounce Gyarados is just going to try to continually check this tall grass, make sure that there's no wild Pokemon hanging out in the area. In the wild, I mean the 2 Peruvian team. They're just trying to bait out this fight. They don't want to quite engage just yet. Big Snipe Shot does hit the mark on this Umbreon, though.
Look at the Urshifu up there with 45 points. They're going to look for a back cap. They might be able to get it. They know the Hoopa can bring them back in. The teams are still circling around each other, and the fight might be breaking out, but everyone's just kind of getting pushed back. Scyther looking to stop that score, and Hoopa still sending everybody back through the hyperspace portal, Kyle.
Yeah, Rayquaza getting chipped down a little bit. Urshifu looking for that 90 point. They're going to get stopped by that Scyther. Wicked Blow misses the mark. Umbreon locks Mammo in a big mean look. They can't go back to base. Mamoswine's going to have to break out the Mammoth Mash. They do it. They're going to look to get that Pikachu. Pikachu has to eject, but here comes Gyarados. Gyarados almost goes low. They pop the Dragon Current, but Pikachu uses their Unite. They're going to get popped up by that Dragon Current, and Pikachu likely going to go down. Here comes. No, he flips the Uno reverse card. Bursey's looking amazing. 3 members down for Public Enemies. 2 Peruvians in a dream gonna peel onto this Rayquaza as 2 KOs for this Cerulege, and it's just the Inteleon. They can't walk in, and 2 Peruvians looking great here, Husky.
The Pikachu, you would think that it would be going down. It was on less than an HP, but it was able to survive for long enough to allow the Revenant Wren to do the work. And that was an absolutely insane hero play from the Pikachu. They get a double KO and then let the Ceruledge do the rest. Absolutely insane. They just kind of threw everything at that Pikachu. Everyone on Public Enemies was just throwing Unite moves at it, throwing moves at it, thinking it would go down, and it absolutely refused to. Huge plays for two Peruvians in a dream. They are now up 2-0, and Public Enemies is going to have to play with everything they have in this next game.
That is the best game you'll ever see from a Pikachu that did 27k damage. It just shows you how, yeah, you know, I mean, it just goes to show you how silly damage numbers and how they don't tell the whole story, right? I mean, you saw how much value that Burzy was able to provide, not only getting crucial KOs, but utilizing that Volt Tackle in key situations to not only keep themselves alive, but keep their teammates alive, especially when that Gyarados was coming full bore at them.
Yeah, I mean, the Hoopa Unite move came out a little bit late there. I think the plan was let Urshifu backcap and then jump immediately back into the Ray fight. And they were unable to do that. The Scyther was on their tail the entire time. They did not want to let them get that 90-point backcap in, and the Hoopa Unite move came out too late to save them. Members of Public Enemies just dropped like flies, and suddenly you don't have the secure of Wicked Blow that you would have had if the Urshifu were at that fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bait, right? Like you have the Hoopa Unite, but you can't really utilize it if you are in the Pokemon Center, right? And that's just kind of how it is. It's just how it is. 2-0 now. You know, we got two Peruvians. They're ready to roll. They're hungry. Neon wants their Taco Bell. They're ordering from the dollar menu, they said.
They're hungry.
Not sponsored Taco Bell. What is sponsored?
Oh, imagine if it was sponsored by Taco Bell. Can somebody get us a Taco Bell sponsorship? Backstage production, get us a Taco Bell sponsorship.
Taco Bell sponsorship. Send me a cheesy gordita crunch stat.
I have Taco Bell.
I will promote it. Not the Taco Bell. Amazing. Yeah, we'll promote it. But yeah, what is sponsored? EKSA. Winners of this series are going to get 5 EKSA headsets. So two Peruvian Dreams, they're one win away from that.
Yeah, they're going to be looking to bring it home right now and bring those headsets home as well. But Public Enemies is going to have something to say about that. They want to make sure that doesn't happen. And I feel like the first thing you have to do is ban the Ceruledge. Honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like they keep giving it to Hyo. They think that it's a bait. They're baiting out the Ceruledge first pick, but it is just rolling through every single team, and I think you need it gone. I think you need to make a sacrifice. You need to try to disrupt, that's the word. You have to try to disrupt two Peruvians' draft strategy because they're so comfortable right now. You have to make them a little bit uncomfortable, even if it's going to be difficult for you to play against and you don't maybe want to play against a Charizard or something. Like, you need to make them a little bit uncomfortable and play something that they're not used to.
Play Sableye. Play support Machamp.
Play Sableye.
Do something, right?
Play support Machamp. How broken is Machamp?
We saw Pocket Rockets do it earlier today, and they work that better than anybody. Just kind of bringing those comps. So maybe we might see this, but Public Enemy's gonna stay on the save side. They're gonna be on the right side. They'll get that those 2 second picks, but two Peruvian Dream again. We're seeing this pattern time after time again. Armarouge getting banned, Charizard gonna get banned likely from Public Enemies. It's just gonna be a little bit of this repeat, deja vu all over.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised to see it, but like I said, I think it would have been in Public Enemy's best interest to force two Peruvians out of their comfort zone, and it doesn't look like they really want to do that. Instead, they're going to just go with the bans that they're comfortable with from the last match, Charizard, the Zacian. So we again have the 3 all-rounders and the Charcadet. What is it called? Armarouge. I could think of Charcadet, but for some reason I couldn't think of the other Power Ranger's name. But the second Power Ranger, the Ceruledge, is going to be locked in by Hyo for that first pick. Unsurprising. They're going to be bringing it away with the full Hyo show.
The full Hyo show. Oh, man. Yeah. Ledge getting picked that first one. We're gonna see what Public Enemies wants to line up. They do line up the Umbreon, gonna look to make two Peruvians a little bit more uncomfy, and they're also stealing away that Pikachu. Obviously, they had that in the previous match, so they're stealing that away. But that's gonna allow two Peruvians to kind of pick their support and their tank with pretty much whatever they want.
I like the strategy here from Public Enemies. They're taking away picks that two Peruvians has been able to play really well with this entire tournament. And they're going to put Breezy back on the Miraidon. So they pivoted to the Pikachu for a little bit, but their Miraidon has been looking so good today as well. That also means they're going to get the Hoopa, and we're going to have to see what kind of tank pick they're going to go with. They have the opportunity, a unique opportunity in this game, to choose a tank to counter some of the picks of Public Enemies.
Oh yeah, here we go. The Blissey bus coming on through. I really think that they're looking to target this Gyarados with those blissful assists in these big team fights. But two Peruvians are locking in Trevenant once again. Ducky has made that thing look amazing all day. And let's talk about this. Ducky is a float stone believer. I love the float stone, but oh my god, Husky, what is this last pick?
Gengar! It's here! The Gengar is here. I imagine we will see a Hex Gengar. I would be surprised if we didn't see a Hex Gengar into this team comp, but Public Enemies is pulling out all the stops. They're ready to go. They want the Gengar. They're going to bring it out in this potentially final game that they have in this tournament. That's exciting. I love to see that.
Yeah, I wonder if they were kind of planning this, right? I mean, they took that Blissey. I haven't seen a lot of Blissey from, I mean, they've used it a couple of times, but I think having the Blissey in your pocket prevents a little bit of counterplay too. Because if you are going that Sludge Hex build, Blissey's Safeguard kind of prevents the snowballing of that moveset.
Yeah, exactly. So we will see that in this match. It's going to be a super exciting one. This is Public Enemy's last chance to stay in this tournament. So two Peruvians is only one win away, and they want to take it home right now. They stole away the Urshifu. They said, "You're taking my Pikachu. Well, I'm going to take your Urshifu, and I'm not going to back cap at Ray like you did." So we'll see how that goes in this potentially final game of this tournament. We could see two Peruvians in a dream of 3-0 in this last set right now.
I mean, we absolutely could. Only team that took a map off of them all day long. But two Peruvians up 2-0 here in game number 2. I guess effectively number 3. Pikachu for Public Enemies looking to take the jungle area.
Yeah, they're going to be sending the Ghastly down into this bottom path. They're going to try to get it. It stacks early. It is wearing those special attack specs. And of course, as we said in the last match, there's never going to be a time when Ducky's not invading.
Yep, and they're going to see where this Pikachu is lined up. They're kind of concerned because they haven't seen him yet. But yeah, Ducky lining up this blue buff. Probably will take it, and they do. No contest from that Pika.
It's a really interesting play from Public Enemies to know that the invade is coming and to just kind of ignore it. You get Pikachu to level 4, and then you send them up into that top path, and then you let the bottom path as well start moving forward onto them, knowing that there is only one member of two Peruvians in a dream down there. So they were able to try to get some stacks in on Gengar early. So I honestly do like that play from Public Enemies.
Yeah, I do too. 850 birds coming to fruition. This Magikarp not going to have the effort gauge, at least by this next engage. Birds on the map, looking to rain down fire here in this bottom path is two Peruvians in a dream, looking to get some stacks in. Hyo gets 14, another 6 go in from that side, and another stack, but Hoopa is trying to defend as best as they can here in this top path.
Hyo has the Bitter Blade ready, and the Magikarp is still a Magikarp, so they can definitely jump in on all three of them, which is exactly what they're gonna do. The Pikachu goes down to a huge Wicked Blow, and that Pikachu is sending back to the Pokemon Center as well as the Magikarp, but here comes the Gengar, and it looks like it's a Dream Eater and not a Hex.
Ooh, interesting turn of events. Obviously, Dream Eater is not the one that got buffed in the most recent patch. Nice Hoopa Hyperspace Hole. Is that going to get the Ducky back to safety? No. Instead, Gyarados goes online.
Gyarados is online, but it is a little late for what they probably would have wanted. It's good to have a Gyarados online as early as possible, but now that it is online, it's going to need to start catching up a little bit. We have a level 7 Miraidon right now in Urshifu, now trying to defend in this top path. There are 3 members of Public Enemies pushing in.
Yeah. pushing in, but now turning tail back to the safety of their base, bounce on away. But here comes Gengar, puts her Shifu to sleep, but does not elect to teleport to them because I think they might have been met with a little bit of resistance had they TP'd over there. But 720 birds about to hit the map. 4 members of 2 Peruvians looking to charge beam these down and then wicked blow those off the map. But off the map goes public enemies and back to the Pokemon Center while 2 Peruvians looking to take this top path by storm and get their dunks in.
Gengar got absolutely blown up there, and I'm starting to realize why this thing isn't being played that much. I wonder if Dream Eater was even a misclick, because I feel like there's just no way you can play Dream Eater into a Phantom Force Ceruledge, an Unstoppable Urshifu with Wicked Blow, an Unstoppable Trevenant with the Horn Leech. I feel like it's just impossible to be able to get the resets that you need, but we'll have to see what they do with it. They are not quite Gengar yet. They're only level 8, and right now 2 Peruvians and a Dream easily able to take both objectives and trying to push in this Regieleki.
Yeah, not only that, but Miraidon's passive ability too, right? The Hadron Engine preventing
yeah, true.
So yeah, I'm also kind of curious about that play, but either way, 2 Peruvians looking to just get some more dunks in bottom. They leave the goal down though, preventing public enemies from benefiting from any of the extra XP down there.
Yeah, the Gengar's still not looking too hot. They're at level 8. They are not yet HOTTOGO, but maybe they will figure it out later in the match. The Urshifu going in with the Ebon Fist onto the Gyarados there. They do go down, but the Urshifu going down as well. I don't know if that's exactly what they wanted out of that exchange, Kyle.
Ooh, nice Phantom Force there to get the Gengar and bait out their Phantom Ambush. They're looking to maybe grab this Miraidon. They are going to pop on in. Gengar does go through the Flux Zone, and they get met with resistance and back to the Pokemon Center. Yeah.
That was a play that happened. I guess their Unite move ran out of time. They were not able to chase down the Miraidon in time to be able to take them down. But I feel like either way, there's no one squishy enough on 2 Peruvians in a Dream to really have Gengar's Unite move as effective as they would have wanted. And 2 Peruvians just looking like they are insane. I don't know what else is. They look great right now.
Oh, 100%. 2 Peruvians looking to siege this basement path. Nice little Horn Leech there from Ducky. It gets avoided by the Moonlight Prance from Umbreon. Now we have the Revenant Rendao. It's going to slice through. Goal zone down. Gyarados goes underwater, looking to come up and take out the Ceruledge. Blissful Assistance goes onto the Pikachu. Pikachu's just going to have to try to run away. Blissey now getting chunked down by the Miraidon and sent back to the Pokemon Center. Top path, though, it's this Hoopa. Well, broken are those A-presses in the Phantom Force.
Yeah, it's looking like there was a potential disconnect on this Gengar. So we might have a bit of a pause coming in or something here, but I don't know. The Gengar be Gengaring right now, but either way, 2 Peruvians, it's looking really, really solid as they're moving in to potentially go for this tier 2 goal zone. We do have the pause, trying to figure out what this disconnect may have been here. May have, I mean, maybe they disconnected when they chose Gengar in the first place or something.
Yeah, yeah, rough. Rough go at it, yeah. I mean, you never like to see a DC. It happens, unfortunately, especially in this game. So we'll wait until we get, you know, these players back in the lobby and or not, I guess not lobby, but back into the match and games reloaded and all that. But right now, it's looking pretty bleak here for public enemies.
Yeah, I really think it kind of started with that Dream Eater pick. I thought that the Gengar could cook if it went with the Hex build, but the Dream Eater, there's just too many counters to it over on 2 Peruvians in a Dream, and they're taking advantage of that heavily in the early game. And Gengar's one of those speedsters that doesn't actually scale super well into the late game. You need it online earlier, and it just hasn't been able to get online yet.
Yeah, you could say that about a lot of speedsters, right? I mean, it's the class that really needs to snowball early. That's why Leafeon was such a great pick for so long, because it was able to get online super early and provide value immediately. But when people started like counter picking it and like finding ways to counter it in that early game, I think it's still pretty impressive, but limiting it,
Yeah.
started to see people go away. And that's kind of the state of speedsters, and I think it's partly because of how good all rounders are.
Yeah, we are seeing us getting back into this game, though. Two Peruvians in a Dream is going to be successful on their push into this bottom tier 2 goal zone, and Hoopa is just able to pop the rings unbound right away, bringing everybody up into the top half of the Regilecki.
Yeah, Regilecki here, Hoopa pushing people out. Those hyperspace fists are putting in the pounding on Public Enemies, and now this Regilecki is going to march and waltz on towards this tier 2 pad. 330 mark. Gengar is just going to try to get some of their stacks in.
Yeah, if Gengar is going to do anything in this game, it's going to be with some stacks. They're just going to let them into the bottom path. Even if they lose this goal zone, the Gengar needs its stacks. It can't do anything without them. It's exactly what's going to happen here. We don't have enough points quite yet to break this goal zone, but they're still going to try. We have a Gyarados now going down, and two Peruvians in a Dream is just extending their goal lead. 16 points now remain on this bottom path. The Mean Look does hit the Cerule Edge, but if they could take this Cerule Edge down, it's going to be huge for them. The Hoopa is there with the escape tool.
Yeah, that was a great portal. It is nearing that 3-minute mark, so we're going to talk to Ribbon. We're going to see what she's saying from this team. Right now, though, it's looking pretty bleak for Public Enemies. What can they do to get back in this one?
I think Public Enemies need to do what I like to call some funny business. They absolutely need to find a flank for this Gengar to catch two Peruvians completely off guard. They need to do something and something fast. Combo this Blissey with this Gengar, get something going.
Oh, completely agree. Yeah, 230 now. Point lead is looking bleak for two Peruvians. But Husky, what Pokemon do you think is going to be the key portion of this last engage here as another Registeel gets taken by two Peruvians?
They were able to take out Ducky there on the Trevenant, which is pretty good, but we're going to have to see Gengar really jump in or Gyarados bounce into everybody immediately into the Bliss Assistance. They need to either just rip Ray and go for it, or they need to take everybody down, and that's exactly what's happening, Kyle.
Oh my gosh, yeah, here goes all the Unite moves getting expended. 2-3 members down. Oh my gosh, Miraidon is cooking here, Husky. Burzy with a KO streak of 2, and that is a clean wipe. You can't stop him. Only one map lost this entire match, and the September Showdown is more like the Yo Show. And oh my gosh, two Peruvians, they're taking it. They're taking the headsets home.
The game was over as soon as the Dream Eater was selected instead of Hex, but Hyo on the Hyo Show did not let them forget their mistake the entire time. 315-58, your final score, and two Peruvians in a Dream taking this grand finals best of 5 in a 3-0 convincing fashion, and look at that damage. Even Ribbon is excited about it.
You see her mouse going
crazy. 3,000 taken, I think, is what she's trying to emphasize. 3,000 damage taken by Miraidon. That thing was not touched.
No, I mean, we saw it a couple of times earlier in the game. Yeah, holy cow, 3,000? That's illegal type of numbers. That's illegal.
That's just the power of Ducky and the Hyo and Anisa's front line just diving in, making sure the Miraidon can just rip everybody down with those charge beams. What an insane game from two Peruvians in the Dream. They absolutely deserve those headsets that are coming to them and this 3-0 victory. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to Public Enemies as well for winning second place in this tournament. They are not going home with nothing, Kyle.
Oh yeah, they're getting that $100 cash prize for that second place team. But I'm so happy for two Peruvians. It's a team filled with absolute demons that are gonna make some noise in UCS. I'm really excited for this team. I'm excited to see what they're able to do when it comes time for UCS. It's coming up. It's approaching quicker
Yeah.
than we even know it. And not only that, Husky, I'm really excited for Neon to go and get the Taco Bell that they've been talking about in chat all day.
They deserve to go get that Taco Bell. I had it myself earlier, and we also deserve to get that Taco Bell sponsorship. If you're listening, Mr. Taco Bell, the CEO of Taco Bell, I hope you're listening over there. Give us that sponsorship. But we're going to be happy to send everybody on every team here and production as well off to the dinners that they so deserve.
Absolutely. Big shout out to everybody backstage. Obviously, shout out Crunchy, helping us run the show, switching the scenes, getting us all set up and ready. Big shout out to Nara, making all the overlays purr. And then another thing that made all of us purr is Ribbon on the Bonbon Can, and also providing the amazing desk analyst work. And then obviously big shout out to Draku and Tano who are here at the start of the match. Big shout out to Squirtle's Den and Lordy for TOing and making sure that the tournament had, obviously our sponsors. And then everybody was sufficiently happy in Start GG chats. And obviously, thank you to Team GOGO. Go join their Discord. Thank you for EKSA. Go check out their site. Check out the peripherals that they're offering. Obviously, 5 headsets are going to the winners here. But most of all, Husky, thank you to you. I love casting with you. I thought we cooked today. So big shout out to you.
Big shout out to Kyle as well, organizing everything with all of the casting and keeping all of us in line, because we tend to not do that very well. So everybody needs a Kyle. And again, congratulations to our winners. Excited for them to be getting those headsets. Make sure that everyone here, you follow Pandicorn Gaming. We do tournaments like this all the time. If you want to participate in these tournaments, we have a lot of them, so keep a lookout for that.
Yeah, join the playground, join the fun. We have more games than just Pokemon Unite coming up, so stay tuned for that. So a little bit of a sneak peek. Won't spoil anything, but stay following. You're gonna find something that you like. But either way, we're going to go ahead and kick off a raid. We are going to raid our good friend who was here a little bit earlier, Mr. Draku-san. He is casting on his channel, the Indigo League, one of the North America grassroots scene that you will see from time to time here on Pandicorn Gaming, including next weekend. So be sure to check that out. But you'll have Draku, zero in on Alex, and Kellosaurus casting all the action there. So stay tuned, watch some of that. You're going to be entertained there just as you were today. But thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for everybody helping out backstage, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.